What's up, everyone? We're back again, and we have a special guest. Say what's
good.
up. We got Kevin, Life with KG over here. We're gonna do the install for the G80 wing. As you guys can see right there, this is the new G80 mperformance wing, the full carbon fiber. We'll be drilling into the trunk. I already have this little sketch guide to go ahead and do the punch holes on there and do the drilling, and then I'll have to be cutting some of this section over here. I'll have to also rivet some fasteners on this side as well, just to make sure that the wing doesn't go anywhere. Everyone's worried. I know I'm worried. I'm definitely nervous.
I'm worried for you too.
Thank you. Alright guys, so let's get started. First thing I'll do right now is I'm gonna use the punch tools, put it right on the mark, right where they want it, and then just gently tap it with the hammer, and that's gonna go ahead and set the mark where I'll be using the drill bit to drill into the trunk. So
Alright, Daniel.
alright,
You
so
got this.
they give you this diagram. You kind of line it up as best as you can. So I did my best to line it up over here at the top on both sides, and I also measured right here to make sure I had the same amount of distance, so that when I put my bracket on, it'll go, it's gonna go like that.
Alright, here we go.
Here we go. After this, there's no turning back. There's no rewind, redo. Let me just go. So now that we made our punch marks, I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. I also got some plastic to cover to go ahead and put over this, as I will be drilling, and so will Kevin. So stay tuned. Kevin better have steady hands.
Kevin the builder.
Ideally, it's best to make sure that you tape up your mock-ups, so that way you get the best fitment possible. And as you guys
I
can
see where it made it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is for a G82, so let's see if it works on the F82.
Imagine. That's just but it's
Huh?
Where did it make the right there? I don't know if you guys can see it, but can we zoom in and focus on this thing? I don't think you can. Right there.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Daniel, is that he always goes the extra step to make sure that the trunk stays clean when drilling in.
You know, it's gonna be messy, so
Yeah.
let's try to save something as much as we can. And there's a lot of install videos about how to remove this, so I'm not even gonna focus on those. You guys can go ahead and look at other videos out there.
Hopefully they don't peel the paint.
Alright?
That shit looks strong, bro. Bro, make sure you see the holes, bro.
Nah.
Oh man.
You guys can see it's a little more noticeable right there. So.
Alright, Daniel. My prayers are out to you, bro. You got this. Gotta bless the man that's up there.
I got this. Alright, let's do this.
Which one are you gonna start with first?
We'll do over here.
Okay, wait. Alright. Go for it.
Alright, so before I go ahead and get started and use the bigger tip, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with the small drill bit to make sure that my hole lines up with the mark, and then I can go ahead and make sure I get a good, nice drill. this, guys.
Second.
I don't want to do it no more.
Imagine, fuck, dude.
Trying to hit it right and.
Oh. Now you're good.
Oh man, hey, thank you, YouTube. This is on camera forever. My hands are more steadier than this, guys. Remember.
No pressure.
We'll vacuum that up. So. I didn't miss this time.
That's it. Just rock it like that.
There's 4 holes, right?
Holeless.
So right now, I just went ahead and switched over to a bigger drill bit tip, so that I can go ahead and just make our initial holes a little bit bigger. I need to expand them to the size of the bolt, the diameter. So this hole eventually is gonna get bigger. Huh?
No, nothing.
Am I still a purist if I put holes in the car?
I think you're still good. You still pass.
As long as it's OEM, right?
Exactly.
OEM parts.
OEM
If-
and performance. BMW diehard fan.
There it is.
There it is.
I gotta get it tattooed in my shit. You know, like
That says M right there.
Yeah.
And the bigger one.
And just for everyone to know, these trunks are actually carbon composites. They're actually not aluminum, it's steel. So it's not the material to drill right through it is not as hard. So be very gentle. And again, just use this as an example.
Bigger holes.
Here we go. Now, for those that didn't know, the wing will give you an extra 100 horsepower to the wheels.
Damn, everybody should pick one up then.
Yep.
Alright guys, bigger holes.
You know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. Hopefully this is the last one. No?
No.
Bruh.
Good thing we didn't vacuum. Would have been a waste of time. You work your way up. that made this
Finally
possible was a quarter. So a quarter drill bit will give you the exact
and it
diameter.
fit perfectly in there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, guys.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that's what you ultimately want. So I have this drill bit that's going to go ahead and make a hole right here. So what that's going to go ahead and do, it's going to go ahead and allow me to test fit the bracket and see how much of it I'm going to have to trim off. Essentially, I will have to possibly trim off a good chunk, a good diameter. Alright, so the idea with this is, I'll use this one since it doesn't have the bolts, is I'm going to go ahead and set this over here like this. So as you guys can see, my holes do line up right here, but I need to go ahead and trim off a nice chunk right here, this diameter, so that this can go ahead and go insert in here, fit, almost giving me a flush fit. So this is actually not for this body style, so whatever we're gonna do right here, it's just gonna have to go once, and
that's it.
yeah, we can't change it up. So let's see how it goes.
Damn. But now it should fit, right?
Well,
kind of,
but this is why I like to kind of start off small, you know, make sure that I give myself,
don't go over too much.
Exactly. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and measure it, and I will be treating this, so make sure that you guys, when you do this, you guys do anti-rust or touch-up paint, so that way it doesn't rust up, or you know, should moisture get in, it won't rust up your area. So just a little piece of advice. Alright, right now it's going to be a little bit more difficult, because normally this, you would have to line it up with the hole to give you like a nicer cut, but since I already made the cut and it didn't fit, I'll have to make sure that I try to stay as dead center as I can. And we are getting there. One of the things that we are gonna have to do, and as you guys can see, I will have to go ahead and trim some of this off. So again, it's not gonna be perfect, but we'll try to get it the closest possible. There.
Yeah, I don't know if they can see it, but yeah.
We'll go ahead and we'll start making some marks. We'll get a pen, and then we'll do some lines where we're gonna be cutting. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut over here to give me access right here on this side. You guys can see. And what I'll use right there is I'll go ahead and use this drill bit over here. But before we do that, I'll use the punch tool again to set myself up. Alright, so we'll start with this side, and then we'll work our way up to the other side.
Fit better?
Mm-hmm. We're getting there. Just gonna trim off a little bit back here, and then a little bit on the bottom over here, and that should give me a better fitment. Now, I'm not gonna be able to drill all these holes on there, so I'll have to modify this tab, fold it inwards to be able to match it up over here, so I can use the rivets. But I can see that we're gonna make some good progress with this once I'm able to get all the way in there. So part of me kind of thinks that this is the best that we can get this bracket right here. It does give us a little bit of extension, so if anything, what I might just do to make it fit instead of me kind of going through a lot would just be getting longer bolts to allow me to feed a little bit better in there. So basically I have these right here, but when I put it on the top one, since I have to extend it a little bit to give me that nice fitment on there, feed it on there, we feed it through, we pretend we're using our T30, and then when we come to the other side, we get that much.
Oh, I see.
So ultimately we can fit the spoiler today.
We want to get longer bolts?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would need like longer bolts to make sure that it grabs at least for the
better
top. Yeah.
Yeah, because you could install it like that, but
Right.
it'll be kind of a little on the edge of it.
Exactly. So
Yeah, I
this,
feel you.
with this one, I could definitely go ahead and
Get some
this
longer
one's
bolts.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
Better on this if you guys come to the other side. There's a slight better fitment.
Oh yeah, it
Yes.
stands out a little more.
Mm-hmm. So definitely a little bit more for the wing to grab onto.
Yeah.
Right now with the washer and everything, I could definitely put a little more pressure. If you guys see right there, kind of, you know. But then at that point, you know, do I
Still.
really want to risk it?
You don't want to risk it that much when you could just grab longer bolts.
This is just a quick little mock-up, since we still have a lot more to do, and then we gotta get different types of screws as well. So it'll stay right there. All right, what's up? We're back again. Unfortunately, yesterday we couldn't finish the install. It was a little more intricate than what I initially anticipated, but again, I didn't want to rush it, so I wanted to get myself more time. And this is still exposed. I have one bracket on right now. I had to get longer screws to go ahead and make sure that the wing had enough to grab onto it. Remember, this is a G82 fitment only, it's not meant for the F80, so I've had to do that. In the meanwhile, Chris, say what's up, Chris.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
He went ahead and showed up right now. He got the boot mode license, so we did the GTS tune. At this point, he still has the stock downpipes, even though you guys just saw the charge pipes and the J pipes. Actually, the charge pipe, the J pipe, and the intakes is what you guys saw right now. And all this, he actually got a custom paint to match the car. As you guys can see, it's got the reservoir cover, the reservoir tank, the cooling tank, the engine oil cover, and then back here you have the J pipe also, which you guys can see the little hint of blue. It's also been painted to match the car. So this is his theme. I mean, I've had a chance to help him out. We installed the carbon fiber bumper trims, the splitters with the mperformance lip, and he actually got it custom painted. He's definitely been trying out different things that no other Yas Marina M3 has. He got his M wheels painted also in satin black. It's satin, right?
Satin black, yeah.
Yeah.
They're dirty though.
Yeah, but you can't tell though because it's just the design, the color of it. And as you guys saw earlier, he's got a 6-speed manual transmission. I just went ahead and changed up his bump stop on his clutch, so that way he doesn't have that much of a travel. But as you guys can see, you know, like, he's got a nice combination. It's got the armrest, it's got the Alcantara e-brake with the carbon fiber, it's got that nice shifter. That is my favorite shifter. I also have that in my M4. And like I said, he's had a few items in here to color match the outside. Got the trim right there. That's a nice touch. It's got the cover right there in the steering wheel, the start stop. We'll go ahead and go around and check everything out. He does have a sunroof, so he's got the black vinyl on there, the black wrap. Looks really good. He switched over his tips to the Berger Motorsports tips. These look amazing with his diffuser. This is a one-piece diffuser. He actually waited a couple months to get it. Again, everything is in back order, no matter from where you get it. So I think one of the last things that we're going to be doing on this car is pretty much suspension, just not too far from the future. And then he's got a few more goodies in the engine that I'm not going to talk about just yet, because that's going to be a surprise. I really like the spec. I mean, if you guys can see, he's got all the covers on these in this baby. Look at that. I love that cover. So for the meanwhile, check this out. We just also did the trim around the carbon fiber trim around the media and the climate control. This is a very nice touch.
We're getting there.
We're getting there, right?
Yeah.
So
Slowly but surely, man.
yeah. Alright, so I was waiting for Kevin. He didn't show up. Chris already left. So right now I have the trunk ready to go. I got the bracket already done. I got the touch-up paint already done up on certain areas that I wanted to touch up. So basically, I'll just very quickly explain what I did right here. In order for me to go ahead and fit the bracket properly, I had to cut out this much part of the trunk, and that is because when the bracket sits in here, it wasn't sitting flush because it was actually hitting this part right here. So I had to go ahead and cut this section right here, and went ahead and added some touch-up paint around that area. And then after that, I drilled 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, so I can place the bracket on the inside, and it will definitely, you know, have something to grab onto. For this, I went ahead and used a rivet nut setter. You have to make sure you get the right tools for the proper installation. Right now, this only has tape because I'm holding the bolt like in place with it. So that way, since I don't have anyone here to help me out, I have the screws kind of sticking out, ready for me to just kind of like put the wing on there and install. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of 3M tape around the areas where I'll be putting in the screws to kind of create a little waterproofing around that area. So I'll just cut out a little square and then just do the cutout right there where the screw's gonna go, and that should give it another a little bit of a waterproofing. That way no water gets into the trunk. But I do have washers, the washers that came also with the kit. I have them with the bracket. All that will be going on together. I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly. So this is the G80 bracket, the G82 bracket. I had to make modifications in order for me to go ahead and fit it properly. I had to do opposite bendings. That's why you see those metal exposed on that side. But basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go ahead and line it up right here, as you see. Put this down for a second. So basically, if you guys can see right there, all the holes line up. Everything will be lining up right there. Once I'm ready to just tighten everything down, I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll be ready for our final install. So stay tuned. Alright, so right now I did the same thing as the other side. I have the bolts behind the blue tape. I'm gonna go ahead and secure these bolts right here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick test fitment on the spoiler before I do the final mounting. But basically this is the last few steps. Everything's already been touched up with paint, so now the only thing I just need to do is tighten these puppies up right here, give it that extra rigidity, that this wing will need, especially if it's going to be hitting speeds of over 130, 140, which these cars we know can easily do. And for those that like speed, nothing like security. So go ahead and just do little by little on each side. Alright, so right now everything's been hand tied, or what would be equivalent to like 8 to 12 foot-pounds, which is still a hand tie. So just make sure you get everything as tight as you possibly can.
Okay, then on the bottom of that hose we just clipped in, there's another little supporting bracket right here.
With the brackets on now?
T30, be very careful not to drop it when you turn it.
No. You just kind of see how everything's gonna line up over here.
Throw this in here.
Holes, got everything.
That gets torqued down.
So now I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of strip on the for where the bolts are gonna go on the wing, and then we'll do the test fit. So go ahead and we'll be right back to that.
So at this point,
Alright, so here's the moment of truth. Everything's already been tightened up to the most that I believe I could, tighten it up without damaging anything. Everything looks good. And we're all gonna see it together. That's it. I'll have to pick it up in the morning. Right now it's too hard to pick up the details. I'll give it a wash and then you guys will see the finished product. Alright guys, so it's the next day. We have Mr. Celebrity in the background right there. Say what's up.
What up? What's going on?
So he had a little emergency that came up yesterday, so that's why he couldn't make it. But he's actually here for the reveal. He just went ahead and recorded some of it. I showed you guys what I did, and he went ahead and showed his showed everybody else also what I did, and you guys will see more of the stuff I did that maybe I'll delete. But as you see, everything else looks pretty good. We were able to put the cover back on. Everything fits really good. All the screws that hold it in place are back on there. So I'm not gonna say that's how I had it planned. I think I got lucky that this actually came out like this, and this is actually what it looks like in the day. What do you think, Kevin?
Sure looks fire. Can I have it?
Yeah, we'll put
Let's trade wings.
Yeah, let's trade. We'll put the GTS
No, I
wing.
like the way the design is. Like, it's very like sleek. It reminds me of like the new like GT3 wings.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because the way the shape is and stuff, it looks really good.
It looks really good from this side. The way the winglet.
It's coming out.
Yeah.
Curves, yeah. Oh, it's fire.
As you guys know, I have the underglow under there. Had to hook that up again. So the next thing is the diffuser. Should we
You got a new diffuser?
Yeah. Alright guys.
Is it mperformance or no?
No. Alright, stay tuned. That's gonna be on the next video. Alright, we'll see you guys later.